Hello everyone watching on YouTube and welcome back to more Persona 4 Arena Ultimax. We're playing as Best Girl today. Load back up Mitsuru's story. We already did some of this last time. If I remember correctly, we should be able to skip this until we get to where she talks about Labrys having been stolen from the plane. If I'm not mistaken. We already went through all this other text and dialogue last time.
The reason we will find
It is a fine Sunday afternoon, hoping to stream for a good 4 hours today. It'd be really cash money if we could not only, I'm sure we'll finish Mitsuru's story, pretty confident we'll finish Akihiko's. Be pretty cool if we could at least make some good progress through Aigis' story, if not finish it. I don't think we'll be able to finish Aigis' today, but we can make some progress. Wait a minute, I think I accidentally went too far. I went a little too far. We know little about Labrys. She is an android, most likely a female version like Aigis. Instead of weapons loadout, she seems to have been fitted with some kind of experimental equipment. Right there is where we left off. Still, thanks to our collaborator's quick wit, the escaping vehicle was traced with the IN system. It wasn't easy, but we managed to pinpoint its location. Is the IN system where you have IN from Pokemon, like follow whatever you're tracking on Zekrom or something? I'm gonna assume that's what it is. It was headed for the city of Inaba, where there may have been shadow activity last year. Once the preparations to depart are complete, I'll head there myself. My mind wanders a bit. Though I was unaware of them, the shadow of the sins committed in the Krijo name is still so painful 10 years on that I sometimes want to avert my eyes. But now is not the time to be bound by the past. Now is the time to act. I suddenly notice that Aigis has been staring at me worriedly. I give her a smile and stand up decisively. Yo, just chilling in the limo with the Persona 3 music. Let's go. We're pulling up to Yaso Inaba, the central town of Inaba. Though it's the central town, the main street seems nearly deserted, and there's virtually no activity to be seen through the car windows. It was confirmed that the vehicle transporting Labrys was abandoned here, so our first move would be to confirm the situation. Or so I thought. I attempt to ignore the rude stares of people trying to get a look inside the car, focusing instead on the scent of my tea. People keep crowding around whenever we park. We've had to move it a number of times already. We didn't get a moment's peace until the car had reached the junkyard on the outskirts of town. As I try to keep from sighing, Aigis speaks up from her seat in front of me.
Mitsuru-san, our activities are supposed to be undercover, correct?
Yes.
For undercover missions, it will be necessary to keep all personnel and vehicles from being noticed.
Right.
Mitsuru-san, may I say something that I've been meaning to say for a while now?
No.
No.
Understood.
Oh. Mitsuru, best girl. Aigis' poker face is a perfect blank. Though I understand what she's getting at. I've actually wanted to say something along those lines to the people around me for a while. Still, it would be galling to hear it from someone else right now.
All I told them was to give us a car with enough space.
Our contact has arrived.
The man approaching us is someone whose cooperation I specifically requested. His name is Detective Kurosawa. Before I can welcome him, Aigis speaks up.
Oh my. This was not our designated meeting area, yet he has discovered us.
You want to know how I did it?
Lately, it feels that whenever Aigis wants to voice her opinion to me, she intentionally puts on the robot act. They mentioned this at the lab. That if Aigis still speaks in that stiff, formal manner, either she's getting too human as developing habits, or she's doing it on purpose. Honestly.
We appreciate your cooperation, Detective Kurosawa.
Long time no see, miss. And Aigis, was it?
Indeed. It has been a while.
Detective Kurosawa was an officer at a police box near the school we attended 3 years ago. He was shunned for cooperating with us and got busted back down to officer, but now that the Shadow Operatives are officially recognized, he's in their good graces again. A man who could be trusted beyond the confines of his station to solve a case, even going so far as to bend the rules. He's a rare breed. Detective Kurosawa's expression is softened while he makes small talk with Aigis, which makes me realize that this may be the first time he's seen Aigis in her combat form.
I shouldn't make you stand while we talk. Please, get in.
Sorry. I haven't seen you in a while, so I had a lot to say.
He must understand that we are trying to go incognito. Though it's kind of him not to point out that our vehicle and attire are completely unsuited to that goal as he enters the limousine. He sits and does not even wait until the door is closed before getting to the point.
I found out quite a bit regarding the case you had me look into. First, I reviewed the report on the incidents from last year. One of the suspects mentioned the word persona.
So what went on here last year?
It's probably related, but I wasn't done there. Parts of this guy's testimony were even more outlandish. If you can take what's in the record at face value, it seems persona users can enter TVs within the Inaba region.
Enter TVs? What does that mean?
Did you ever watch The Fairly Odd Parents and see the episode called Channel Chasers? Just like that.
Just what it sounds like. You physically stick your body into the screen and go inside. He claimed there was another world in the TV, and dropping people inside it was the method behind last year's murders.
Oh, Adachi, you crazy freak, you.
This all sounds rather absurd. I'm surprised it was included in the police report.
I got in touch with the detective in charge at the time and said the same thing. Apparently, the report was filed by a young partner of his at the time. He'd entertained the wildest testimonies like this one.
He sounds like quite the oddball.
If this was what really went on, the police would have had no chance cracking it. But that Detective Dojima is one shrewd guy. Even with all the supernatural hocus-pocus surrounding the case, he caught the culprit.
I'd asked him to collect information about the serial murders that occurred in Inaba last year. The Shadow Operatives aren't public knowledge, so I thought the local police would be more willing to speak with him, but the results surpassed my expectations. Though it is slightly frustrating to already run up against something I'm powerless to achieve myself.
That's all I have for you right now. I should be going. I doubt either of us has time to reminisce over the old days. It's funny, though. I thought the fighting was over, but you guys surprise me every time I see you.
Thank you very much, Officer Kurosawa. Why don't we at least see you off?
Oh, that's all right. I've got my own car. I doubt my department would appreciate your tastes. If I ever showed up for work in something like this, I'd be the talk of the force until the day I retired.
Detective Kurosawa jokes with us before exiting the limousine, waving casually back at us. What a nice guy. I like him. I had nothing to say to that as I watched him leave, rotating his shoulders to work out some kinks. Okay. I guess, though, felt the need to comment.
Mitsuru-san, this could be bad. Our sense of social aptitude is in question.
Can't deny that.
What should we do now?
Yes. First, we'll need to test the claim that Persona users can enter TVs.
We are at a junkyard after all, and I can see a number of consumer electronics that have been discarded illegally. Aigis looks around and points at a certain pile as she gets out of the car.
There is a discarded TV over there. If the environment does not matter, we can use it to test the phenomenon.
Wait, Aigis.
Don't worry. I'm just going to touch it.
That's not what I was worried about. Aigis isn't wearing anything like a disguise, and... No, I'm overthinking this. We've already attracted enough attention. Even if we leave now without doing anything, our pictures could still end up on the internet. Let them gossip about the strange people in funny clothes. It'll become some urban legend. My mind made up, I step outside wearing my special equipment. Once Aigis sees that I followed her, she gives a small nod and stretches her hand out towards the screen. Is Akihiko not with us? Akihiko was with us in the, in Naoto's version of this.
Amazing.
Her hand, it's inside the TV screen. But the screen itself seems undamaged. Aigis' hand is swallowed up to her wrist as if she put it into a bucket of water.
Interesting. It's exactly as the police report said. What's it like inside? Do you feel anything?
Not particularly. No. Wait a moment. It's the same as mine. It's hard to say definitively since this is my first encounter with it, but I believe this reading is from a personality module.
Does that mean our retrieval target is inside the TV?
Huh. Sounds like fun.
There's my man. That voice from above. It sounds very familiar. Is Akihiko gonna come flying in on some giant eagle or something and just jump off of it? Man, that'd be so sick. But all I see in the direction from where it came is a man in an outlandish red cape. Well, I hesitate for a moment. Could it be?
Is that Akihiko?
The man leaps from the stacked tower of TVs like an acrobat.
You didn't show up at the rendezvous point, so I went looking and found you here. This whole TV thing is pretty interesting.
In spite of myself, I bury my face in my palm.
Akihiko, what on earth are you wearing? Just what were you doing overseas?
Didn't I tell you that I was on a training expedition?
Don't tell me you came here from the airport like that. Does the concept of keeping a low profile mean nothing to you?
Mitsuru-san, I believe we have lost the right to complain about that.
That's it. I'm never mentioning the subject of our appearance again.
Anyway, we can go inside from that TV, right? What are we waiting for?
Still the same Akihiko. We don't know the situation inside yet, and we'll need a secure means of getting out.
So what? If we want to get this Labrys back, someone has to go inside, right?
Exactly. Let's go, Akihiko. Just get in there. Are you gonna 100% the game? I'm gonna finish the story modes. Apparently, this is the story mode of the first Persona 4 Arena, and then Ultimax has its own story mode. I'm doing that. I'm not doing any, like, online stuff, or... I think there's, like, an arcade mode or something in this. I'm not streaming that.
Well, that's...
Our target hijacked a plane to throw her into a TV in this town. If we sit on our hands, it's possible we'll be put in serious danger.
Akihiko's right. That's exactly why we've been trying to act as quickly as possible since this case began.
We're different from how we used to be. We made the choice to fight shadows as professionals. That's why I traveled around the world and trained harder than ever. And now that something's actually come up, you're hesitating? We agreed to do this. I'm ready to stake my life on the mission.
Recklessly unafraid to state his honest opinion. Classic Akihiko. I don't know if I missed something last stream, but the Kirby playlist got deleted? What? The playlist for Kirby and the Forgotten Land on my YouTube channel? Oh. Oh, I see what happened. It didn't get deleted. Hold up a second. I accidentally set it to private because a Kirby video I was uploading got glitched, and I had to private the playlist to fix it, and I forgot to make it public again after that. There you go. It should be public again now. Thanks for pointing that out to me. Appreciate it. You playing a girl character? Yeah, we're playing as Mitsuru in this story. It's Mitsuru's story. Recklessly unafraid to state his honest opinion, classic Akihiko. He must understand that that is his role. Certainly, there are times when I need such opinions, and it's been a while since he went abroad. I think I can understand his current mindset.
All right. Wait right here. I need to go make a phone call first.
Okay, but make it quick.
He doesn't have to tell me twice. I take out my phone and bring up the contact list. A world inside a TV. I don't know what it might be like in there, but I do know someone that could help us. Tanaka? I was originally going to ask for their help after Labrys was secure, but perhaps the time has come. Ya-da-da-da, ya-da-da-da, ya-da-da-da-da, bum, bum, bum. You going to keep your main persona, or are you going to swap it out? This is not a normal Persona game. This is Persona 4 Arena. I don't think you get to change your personas. Like, every character has their persona that they use in the fights. That's not something you get to do. Now I've taken all possible precautions. The rest is a test of our resolve. Oh, we don't get to see who she called on the phone? Okay, let's go.
The other members will wait here in the car.
Yeah. If we all barge in and something happens, they'll be devastated.
Now that you mention it, at least one of us should be staying behind as well.
I am not staying.
Us three will be plenty. We'll end this in a flash. No problem.
The same as always. Although, we have no idea what might be waiting for us on the other side. Don't get careless.
Right.
This situation, it brings back memories.
Ready!
That was the same cutscene from Naoto's story, but I wanted to see if there would be any major differences from Naoto's perspective compared to a Persona 3 character's perspective. which is why we're watching it instead of skipping it.
Why enter the TV? What's going on?
I really didn't think they would show Naoto at the end of this cutscene when looking at it from the Persona 3 perspective, to be honest. I'm kind of surprised. Man, the Tartarus music does not fit this place at all.
Where am I? Is this inside the TV?
I remember being enveloped in a white light, but what came afterwards is unclear. Is this the world inside the TV? Oddly enough, the sight before me seems to be the main gate of a school. The name engraved on the entrance plate is...
Yasagami High School. I do recall that name from our map of Inaba. An existing high school has been completely recreated inside the TV?
I then came to a realization. I've encountered something much like this before. It doesn't appear to be much different from reality as far as appearances, but it has that same distinctive, sticky atmosphere. Sticky? The Labyrinth Tartarus, our battleground 3 years ago. It bears a lot of similarity to this place.
Wait, where are the others? Akihiko! Aigis!
Being separated won't do anything to further our mission. Perhaps I can use my communication power to get in touch with them? Huh.
I can't reach them through my persona either. This place is highly unusual.
Highly unusual? It's just an evil school in a TV. Seems pretty normal to me. It's still barely functioning, but the noise here is severe. I'll need to understand this world a little better and find a quiet place to concentrate. Should have brought Fuka. As I check my surroundings again for enemies, I hear the sound of footsteps. I tense, getting myself ready. But when I turn around, a uniformed girl stops, looking at me in bewilderment.
Huh?
Oh, Yukiko is our first encounter. Okay. I didn't expect to meet someone else here, let alone a seemingly ordinary schoolgirl. Could her age and outfit belie a connection to the theft of Labrys? But once the girl's surprise fades, she still seems confused by my appearance. It seems that even here in another dimension, people are startled by my attire. At least her reaction allayed my suspicions. People reveal something of themselves when they're caught off guard. Anyone in the act of committing a crime couldn't fake being perplexed so naturally. Well, could be a really good actor.
Did I surprise you? I suppose my outfit is somewhat unusual.
Oh, no.
Why are you here?
Well,
A loud cheer suddenly swells, cutting off our conversation. Judging by the sound, I'd guess there's a crowd present here. I look around the area in confusion.
What? Where is that coming from?
Students appear one after another, clearly intrigued to see us here.
Huh? What's going on?
Before I can react, an image appears on the monitor, buried beneath the bizarre decorations.
Hello! Hello! This is General Teddy, your benevolent dictator!
Hey, I'm the only benevolent dictator around here, Teddy. Get off my turf.
And I, Rosette, am your commentator. It's time for the next round in the P-1 Grand Prix. Are you ready to fight?
P-1 Grand Prix? Fight?
Suddenly, on the one in the ridiculous costumes queue, smoke pours out around us. A spotlight shines from somewhere directly upon me.
Ugh.
I instinctively raise my arm to shield my eyes from the harsh light. It feels like I'm being displayed for an audience.
And who do we have for Yuki-chan's opponent this time? Ooh, it's a mysterious, beautiful lady. How unexpected! Unexpected!
He's broken?
Teddy? What's wrong?
Do you know that bear?
The monitor showing the costume General Teddy suddenly fuzzes over with static. The static gets worse and worse, until an eerily expressionless bear costume, one that looks as though it forgot how to make facial expressions, appears on screen. The voice is the same as before, but his tone is harsh and mechanical now.
Case 04, unintended intruder. Entering elimination process.
What is that supposed to mean? Ugh. What's going on?
As soon as the abnormality registers, I feel a bizarre noise, like something scratching against my whole body. Was that some kind of an attack? It didn't seem to have any effect on me, but the girl standing beside me underwent quite a change.
You. Who do you think you are, showing up alone like this?
It's no use trying to talk your way out of it. There's nothing to discuss. You don't even try to understand anyone anyway. If you want to wall yourself off from everyone, I'll be happy to end your lonely life here.
General Teddy simped so hard he died. Finally! At long last! The girl's face distorts with hatred as she spits her words at me. It's a far cry from her earlier demeanor. It's as if she's a completely different person. And that's not all. Understandably, she seems not to know me before, but now she speaks as if she does. What is this? Could it be the effect of the noise I sensed?
You won't be so smug for long. Come, Konohana Sakuya.
A persona?
The girl spreads the fan in her hand, and with the flash of light, a persona manifests. How careless of me. I should have accounted for this possibility as soon as I saw her here in this world.
We won't be settling this peacefully, I see. In which case...
I ready my evoker and concentrate.
To me, Artemisia.
Power rises from within me, and the sensation of my limbs tells me that my persona has emerged. But my hand holding the evoker is still at my side. My persona. Did it just appear without the use of my evoker to trigger it? Did I summon it only by thinking? Theoretically, one doesn't need an evoker to summon one's persona. I didn't have one the day my persona first manifested, and I've done without one several other times as well. But never before have I summoned it so easily and without any special concentration. It's as if my consciousness is reaching far beyond the boundaries of my body. By way of analogy, it feels like being able to control the wind with my fingertips. Could it be because this world is special? The girl's voice brings me back to the situation at hand. Which reminds me, the girl doesn't seem to use any special implements to summon either.
Persona user. Fine. I still won't lose.
Sorry, but I won't be defeated either.